Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day because I am going to start reading the Percy Jackson series and I'm going to take you guys along with me because obviously this is a very heavily loved series and I've actually never read it before. So I thought that I would, just document my thoughts on me reading this series for the first time. This reading vlog will only be book 1 because I don't know when I know when I'll be picking up book 2, but and it'll be later in the year because I have this whole thing that I do and it's a long story, so I'm not going to explain it right now, but right now we're reading The Lightning Thief. I'm 60 pages in and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely interesting, and this is definitely not, I've never read any like Greek mythology things, so some of these words do not make sense to me. I'm just like, sure, that's definitely a word. Those letters definitely go together and actually mean something, so we're just, I don't even know what's going on. Well, I know what's going on. There's just some things that are being talked about that I'm like, that doesn't make sense to my brain, but sure, that's sure. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I have read 60 pages already. Because technically I was supposed to start this reading vlog yesterday, but I was tired and did not want to, so I didn't. But yeah, that's what I'm at right now. I'm hoping I can get like halfway through tonight, potentially. Halfway through eyeballing it is page like 188. I think I can do that. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I am annotating it. I've already annotated quite a bit. I'm not gonna highlight, I'm just gonna like underline and tab things. Because I just don't want to. I'm trying to teach myself how to annotate without fully annotating, with like highlighting and things like that. For the times that I do want to annotate, but I don't want to fully annotate, or like where I just want to underline things, but I don't want to tab things. I'm trying to teach myself that just because I'm annotating doesn't mean I have to do all 3 of the things that I do when I typically annotate. So this is me teaching myself that that is in fact possible. Because, just DNFing and not fully annotating a book, for some reason, just my brain doesn't understand the concept. So we're working on those this year. So yeah, that's what I have going on right now. But I am definitely very interested in the story, and yeah, that's the only update that I have right now, but I am enjoying it, and I am really excited to get started with this series for the first time. All right, it is the next day, and I hit my reading goal. I'm on page 188, so I just have like 50% more to go of this book. I'm halfway there. And it's very good. I have decided that this is going to be non-spoiler free. So I'm just gonna talk about anything that I want to talk about and not have to worry about spoilers, because I'm pretty sure all of you have read this series. But now I don't even know what I want to talk about. What do I want to talk about? There's so much to talk about. This is definitely, okay, the only word that I understand in this book is hellhound, because I've watched Teen Wolf about 50,000 times. If you've watched that show, you know what and who I'm talking about. So I understand that word, but I don't understand any of the other words, and I don't know. I was never taught Greek mythology, so I'm just treating it like it's a fantasy world, because, it is, but I don't know, I'm just treating it like it's some made up worlds, you know, and not based on actual, like, history of things that people believed in like, ancient Greek and Rome and all of those things. Ancient Greece and Rome. Cause I don't understand. Some of these words, I'm like, yeah, sure, that is a thing. And I know exactly what that is. But the plot is very good. Percy's hilarious, by the way. The last thing that I read was the chapter with, it was Medusa. They were, like, fighting Medusa, and this is not funny. Well, the first sentence that I'm gonna say is not funny, but Percy cut off her head, okay? And he mailed her head to Olympus. Which is, that is so funny. That's hilarious. You can't tell me that's not, like, so funny. Because it is. And, like, I don't even know why, but that's hilarious. I don't, listen, I'm telling you right now, that's really funny. Like, that's really funny. And then he said, what did he say? He wrote a note for them, which is, you know, just so sweet. It says, with best wishes, Percy Jackson. That's what the note said. It's not even that, like, funny, but it is funny. And, you know, I love the sarcasm. There was one scene in the TV show that I thought was in the book for some reason, but then it was not in the book. So I'm a little disappointed about that, because that's a really funny scene. And I didn't understand it when I saw that clip from the TV show. I haven't watched the TV show yet. I was waiting to read this book before I watched the TV show. Well, I can tell you what it is. But it's it's where when Percy said, she met the fate of a pine cone, and we did not get that in this book, but that would have been hilarious. And it is funny. I don't know well, I know what it means now. I know they were talking about now, but then I didn't know what they were talking about. But that was hilarious regardless. I already have spoilers about, like, I already know what Luke does, kind of. I think I do. I'm not positive. I know that he's the one that betrays Percy. I don't know how. I just know that he's the one that betrays Percy. And I know that him and Annabeth are, like, family somehow, which doesn't really make sense because their parents are different gods. Hers is, Annabeth's mom is Athena, and Luke's dad is one of the other ones. I don't remember who it was. Nor do I honestly care, because, you know, he's the mean one. And yeah, I don't know. The descriptions of the characters are very different than the actors in the TV show. I almost dropped that. So I don't really understand that. But I mean, I don't particularly care. I'm just imagining them as, like, the actors, as, I don't know what their names are. Whoever plays Percy and whoever plays Annabeth and whoever plays Grover. And then the guy that plays Luke, obviously. I just imagine them as the actors and not, like, what they're described as in the book. Because it's more difficult for me because my brain is confused. Because I've seen one thing, but, like, it's a whole, I don't even know. It's confusing is what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now for this. But it is very good, and I'm enjoying it. It's very funny. I don't know if it's going to be 5 stars, but it is very good, and I'm enjoying it, and I obviously will be continuing the series. That's the whole reason I'm starting this reading vlog series thing where I read Percy Jackson. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to read the second half today, because I'm in the middle of another reading vlog that I put on pause at the beginning of February to film reading vlogs that needed to be posted in February, and I have 3 more, but I'm just trying to finish this book in as little time as possible because I had a lot of books that I need to read this month, and I haven't gotten through all of them. I've gotten through maybe half of them. maybe half of them. And we're in the last week and a half of February. So this process is a little bit more sped up than I originally intended, but that's just the way that it's got to be now. So that is my update on Percy Jackson. And I'm very excited to see what happens next. All right, it is the next day, and I finished Percy Jackson. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I knew that Luke was going to portray them, but I did not know that he was going to portray them the way that he did. So that was very shocking to see, especially with the scorpion. Like, I was not expecting that whatsoever, and that was crazy. I don't know. I don't like the relationship that the gods have with their children. I just really don't like it. I think that it is not, I don't know, I just don't like it. Like, those are your kids, your children. You know, like, I feel like you should just, I don't know, at least pretend to like them. I don't know, but, like, I feel like that relationship could be a lot better. Especially since Percy's Poseidon's only child. Like, his only child. But sure, let's just pretend he doesn't exist and then send him on this dangerous quest and all of this. Like, sure, just you know, let's see if the kid can survive. I think there's 4 more books in this series, and then the couple of books that have been coming out in this series recently are like him older, college age, I think. So yeah, but this is very good. I will be picking up the next one, not in this reading vlog, because I know when I'll be like buying it. Like, I have a buying schedule for my TBR. It's a very long story as to why that is how I buy books, but just, you know, it is what it is. It's how I do things. I'm a chronic planner. Leave me alone. So yeah, this is very good. I'm giving it 4 stars. And it was a very good reading. It was very interesting, and I was not expecting who the bad guy was. I didn't think it would, well, I mean, Kronos wasn't even something that I was considering. Because I thought he was dead. Wasn't he dead? He is dead, but he's coming back to life. Listen, half this stuff just goes right over the head. Though they did start talking about chimeras, and I know chimeras, and they were talking about hellhounds, and I know hellhounds. Again, chimera is another Teen Wolf thing, if you've watched that show. So some of this stuff makes sense to me, just not in the way that I think it's supposed to, because the words mean different thing in this book. But I semi-understand what's going on. You know, because I just do. The knowledge that I have of the two things transfer over a little bit into this book, so that was very helpful to understand 2 of the things that was going on in this book. But yeah, that's my full spoiler review on this book. I am very excited to pick up the next one, but it will not be in this reading vlog. That being said, this is the end of today's video. It is a little bit of a shorter one, but I didn't think I was gonna read it in 3 days. Well, that was the plan, but I didn't think the plan would actually happen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload, which is on Mondays. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!